And it's time for another tournament in review. I'm going to be heading out to the Stutter Snotling event with my competitive DRUKHARI. First event of the ARKS of Omen. Now, I'm going to play 3 games at this event, even though it's a 6-round event, but each game I'm going to break it down, and then we'll come back to the studio and we'll take a look at what I might have learned, what things I might change, and hopefully you learn something about it. So, let's dive in.
The Dark Kid.
So I'm back here at the messy studio because I'm still working a whole bunch of stuff all the time, making some content for all of you to enjoy. So what am I doing? I'm going to the Stutter Snotling. Let's take a look at the list. Let's break down what I have learned, what I like. We're going to clear all this stuff up. We're going to set it up, and then we'll go down to the event and get ready to rock and roll. And here we have 2,000 points of DRUKHARI. Now this is an ARKS of Omen detachment with a Battle Brothers patrol of Coven. And it's essentially the same list I took to LVO. However, just a couple of tweaks to account for the point increases on the racks, essentially. And of course, some of the extra war gear the Archon gets for free. So to recap the list, for anybody who wants to build this list at home, I have an Archon Master with the Fight Last and Jinblade, or Ancient Evil. Drazar, who's the Warlord. So he is part of that detachment. 3 units of Incubi, 1 of 6. A big Court of the Archon with 9 models, 4 Slith, 4 Urgle, and a Lamian. 6 units of Cowblight Warriors, each one armed with a blaster, and the Sergeant is equipped with a Phantasm grenade launcher. 1 of the units has been upgraded to Trueborn. And then 3 individual Raiders with Dark Lances, each equipped with a Phantasm grenade launcher. The Cabal that I'm using is Cabal of the Obsidian Rose, giving me additional 6 inches range to basically my ranged weapons, and a free reroll to wound on everything in shooting and or close combat. Then I have a Coven of Dark Creed patrol, and that is a Master Succubus. She does not get her obsession, but yes, she can be in the patrol. You can upgrade her to a Master. She has a Triptych Whip and Precision Blows, 5 Grotesques, 3 units of 5 racks, and then 3 Venoms, each with Grizzly trophies, and then 2 of them are equipped with Chain Snares, and 1 is not. There you have it, 2,000 points on the nose. So Dark Creed makes you -1 leadership within 6 inches, which pairs really well with the -2 leadership from the Grizzly trophies within 3 inches, which allows the 9 Phantasm grenade launchers to do a lot of mortal wounds against leadership, which is really cool. So this list has a lot of shooting, even though it doesn't look like it, and a lot of mortal wound output as well. It's got a lot of close combat potential with 8 different close combat units, as well as lots of objectives secured with 9 different objective secured units. So it plays the mission well, hits well at range, hits well at close combat, has decent durability with 2 units that have, good durability, and a great attacking potential against most of the things that you'll see in the meta as it stands right now. Anyway, so that's the list. Let's go to the event. Let's take a look at how I do. I'm going to be playing 3 games at the event, so let's go through each one, and then we'll come back to the studio and see if I want to change anything as we start developing this list for ARKS of Omen, making it more, fine-tuning it, and making sure that it's ready to rock and roll for the rest of the season.
Well, I'm just about to get food. It's 5:30 a.m. It's about an hour and a half drive, almost 2 hours to Guelph, Ontario, Canada, where the stud or snotling is bound to happen. I'm really excited. It's tournament day.
Round number 1 at the Stutter Snotling GT Major. Look at that, all these people playing games. I get to play Ken again. This is like a rematch from the Sudbury tournament, which is awesome, except now it's in ARKS of Omen, which is really, really fun and exciting. Other than that, is Demons versus my DRUKHARI. Yeah, wish me luck. We're playing Conversion. Sadly, I went first this time, which is a reversal of what happened last time. But we'll do what we can. I cannot come tomorrow to play because my son has his drum recital
So I'm not going to miss that, of course. So I get to play just today, even though I'll miss out on tomorrow. Can't win the event, sadly. But I get to practice. That's why I'm here. Going to practice, going to get matchups in, and I'm going to see what I can do. So wish me luck, and let's get this party on the road. Okay, end of the game. Now, I had gone for retrieve data, take them alive and behind enemy lines. I did get 35 points on secondaries. I got full 45 points on primaries. I did drop the demons down to a 56. They get Reality. They got Nursed by Terror, which is great. It's like Fear and Terror for DRUKHARI, and Despoilers of Reality, which I was able to really shut down in this mission. So, victory for the DRUKHARI against the demons. Let's dive into round number 2. Okay, sorry I didn't do a recap at the beginning of the game, but I ended up playing Tau, round number 2. Very, very crazy game on the scouring. So, best mission, I went first, and I was able to just stop him from scoring primary the whole game. So I did win 76-44. Great game, but I literally had Drazar and 4 models. 4 models left at the end of the game. And he still had like over half his army. Riptides are pretty tough. Don't bring it down against this army. I learned that real quick. But I was able to really get all the missions, get primary, get a lot of my secondaries because behind enemy lines is awesome. So with that, 2-0, let's go into round number 3 and see what happens. Well, round number 3, I get to play Sam, the wonderful Sam Procopio. Very excited. It's a shame that I'm not here tomorrow. I'm still going to fight my best, but Sam is here the whole weekend, so I'd feel terrible if I beat him, but I'm not going to take my foot off the gas because that's not how we roll. You know, being like a fellow Team Canada from Belgium and one of the best players. We did play this game in testing like a week ago, and I did win. So Sam adjusted his list actually because of that game, and now he's got a couple of tricks under his sleeve. He knows what will happen to him if he just runs out at me, which is why we test things. Okay, and this time I'm being a little more aggressive. Last time I was more passive, so I'm switching it up too. Okay, so with that, wish us luck. Let's dive into the game. Well, that's the end of the game. I ended up losing 64-97. It was a crucial second turn, 4-inch rerollable or 5-inch rerollable charge from my grotesques that would have killed a Sangard unit and his priest, and I failed it on a reroll. And then Sam took the initiative, smelt blood, and literally just rushed me and killed so much of my army in a single turn. And even then, he almost, it was this close.
Mike, we're talking.
It was very, very close.
Really good game.
Very close. That was really fun. It is Sam's birthday tomorrow, so this is my gift to him. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, he fought tooth and nail. I did not hold back. So with that, we're going to go back to the studio. We're going to take a look at my list. I had 3 games. This was actually a winnable game. That matchup, that charge just messed me up. But other than that, aggressors died. Sangard, everything just died. Marine things die when you have Dark Eldar, and that makes me happy inside. Okay, so with that, let's drive back to the studio, go over the list, and things that I liked, things I'm going to change, and bye. Oh, check out Sam on YouTube.
Sanguinius 40K.
Sanguinius 40K. If you like Blood Angels, that's literally the place for you. Best Blood Angel player in the world. That's right, I've said it. Bye.
We are back in the studio. Wow, what a great event. Of course, I wasn't able to stay for the second day of the event, but the reason is because I went to see my kid do this. So yeah, I got to totally be a dad, and my kid totally rocked out and was awesome. I had tons of fun watching my son's drum recital. Totally not apologizing for that at all. Anyway, so congratulations to Diogo, who won Best Overall, to John the Cron, who won Best Sport at the event, as well as Sam, who I ended up playing in round 3, who ended up winning Best General at the event. What a fantastic crew, and I'm so proud that I get to play these people all the time. Okay, so here's the list. I liked it. It does what it's supposed to do, and here are some of the changes that I am considering. So the list itself works really well. The one unit that I keep on using wrong or constantly getting killed, I'm not really getting the most out of, sadly, are my grotesques. I don't understand what it is with the synergy of the list, but the grotesques, even though they kind of sit there, take some hits and whatnot, I never really get their points worth. So I think the only thing I can really cut if I wanted to tweak this list are the grotesques. So what do I put in instead of that? Well, that's 175 points. So I can't really do too much with that. So what I've decided to do, the second thing that is cute, but isn't super, super necessary are the 5 upgraded Trueborn. So what I do is I delete their upgrade to Trueborn, keep them in the list. However, that saves me 15 points. 175, 15 gives me 190 points. So what do I do with that? The solution is to add 2 things to the list. A Ravager and 3 Reaver jet bikes. That is 190 points. 130, 60 points. So what this does is the entire event, I was kind of wishing I had something that could sit the back and just shoot dark lances downrange. May need to hold an objective and zone out the backboard and just be a general nuisance, but not enough of a target priority that my opponent would really want to deal with it. And even against the Tau especially, I really wished I would have had some long-range shooting to really kind of take down those planes that came in. Like, it's not the only thing, but I feel like in the meta, having a Ravager with 3 lances might not be a bad idea with all the Iron Hands we're seeing, with all the Custodes we're seeing. Anyway, so he's relatively cheap. So, I think that he would be better in the list. The Reaver jet bikes are just instant behind enemy line points. And there were a couple of games where I had to maneuver for a couple of turns before I was really able to commit to behind enemy lines. And having a unit of Reaver jet bikes to boost into my opponent's deployment zone to just get me 3 points. Potentially even more if I put them in a position that was hard for my opponent to kind of counter them. I feel like that would have been really useful and would have given me an edge in sort of positioning to make sure I could, make sure I scored some points even when I was having like a harder time positioning in the early parts of the game. And that's it. It's a simple change, but I feel like it really adds a lot to the style of the list. So let me know down below. Of course, the Ravager would go in the ARKS of Omen detachment and would stay as part of the Cabal. And the bikes, because they don't get an obsession, could go in the Cabal or this patrol. Doesn't matter at all. They would just essentially be in access there. Okay, so let me know what you think in the comments down below. And there you have it, folks. My 2,000 points ARKS of Omen detachment. So let me know what you think. I'm really excited to try this out at the next event, which will be the All Is Dust event near Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, which is really, really fun. That'll be a full GT, so I'm going to get to practice it that entire time. Get 5 games at least, or 6 games out of it. I'm really, really excited. So a huge shout out to all of you who watch, share, like, and subscribe, and leave comments. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoy these videos. And a very big shout out to all the channel Patreons, without whom none of this would be possible. So if you'd like to support the channel, the link is down below. It means a lot, and it really goes a long way so I can continue to make content like this. You're all awesome. I've been Skari, your grateful host, signing off until next time. The Dark Kin. Bye, everybody.